We marching to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We marching upward to Zion, the beautiful city of God. The beautiful city of God. Let's pray. Thank you, Lord, for being with us today and forever. In Jesus' name I pray and believe. Amen. Hi, Wagwad. How are you? Greetings to you all. Habari zenu. Are you there? I'm here. Thank you so much for finding time to come and watch my videos always. Welcome, everybody. So, if it is your first time to be in Pamela's World Kenya channel, please feel welcome. This is another day which the Lord has made, and here we are. And to my returning viewers, my subscribers, my returning audience, everybody. So, please feel welcome as well as we start with our reaction video today. So, have you subscribed? We have road to 5K. Please subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and share the video. Give me as many likes as possible. And now today's video, we are going to talk about Mura Senso and the issue of Mr. Trenchtown Boy. Trenchtown Boy came now because the other live stream which we were waiting for, because people have been waiting for clarification because Passy have been talking. Eh? And the only thing we had, because in that video of Mr. Trenchtown, I thought the first one, the live, I thought maybe my phone or maybe whatever I was using was not okay, but I repeated it, but it was just nothing. The only thing I could hear was just cough, 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 cough. So it went like that, and now this time he came back because he wanted to clarify some of the things. And Mura says so also on his part, because he didn't have anything to talk about on his live stream. And both these two men, both of them have become reactors. Reaction now is the best niche ever, because all of them, everyone is coming to reaction, because I see Mura reacting, and it's the super reactor. Mura sense reactor. And I see now Trenchtown, now he has now declared war with the reaction, because now is the number one reactor. So welcome to the reaction maybe platform, because it is a niche which people I see love most now. So I saw Mura talking about, because first he asked his people, because he didn't have anything to talk about today. It was now he wanted his audience to tell him what they're supposed to talk about. It was just like a random talk, because he was expecting them to tell him what they can talk about. But what did he do? Before even giving his people chance. First, he talked about people who are helping people with conditions. Even him, he said he doesn't like people who are helping him or them with conditions. Like now, the reason why he was saying this, there are some maybe moderators. His moderators gave one of his best friends, because in the beginning he never said who he was, and then later on said he was Mayugno, whom the moderators, some of his moderators, gave ultimatum or condition. We don't want you to be talking about Marwa. If you talk about Mura Senso, we are not going to help you. So Mura Senso came out and said the person or Mayugno decided not to go as per what they thought, because he loves Mura Senso. So he said, no, let me alone, leave me alone with my Mura Senso. So Mura Senso came out and said, yes, you help us. Yes, we love you, but don't help us with conditions. So he knows what it is. When Passy comes here and says, I don't want to be helped with conditions, and then you say Passy is not okay. Why is it that you said, or Mayugno decided to follow his heart or to follow you, but never went for the condition which he was given? Because it is not good for anybody. If someone want to help you, let them help you. But if someone helps you with condition, starting to count the things, even the pencil, the brush, the toothbrush, the toothpaste, what they brought to you, these are the things which people don't want to hear. And we are going to see that, because I saw Mr. Cecil as a good reactor. He can really react, because the way he throws words, he can really react. This is someone who can rub things on your face, the things which he has done to you. And I think this is the reason why Passy said, no, I don't want. I don't. And now these people with Passy, Passy, you have to be very ready, because these people are going to push you. You have to be strong for yourself and for your children, because now you are here for a big, big, big battle, because these people now they are ganging up to you or for you. However you say it, because English is not Englishing. So now, Mura, after asking his audience what they should talk about, he ended up now talking about Gintu. Gintu alone. Murat really dwelt on Gintu. You people, you don't forget why. You see, when Mura mentioned Gintu's name, you see his expression, the way he expresses himself. Because Gintu uh, is like, remember there was a video which I made, like now Herod, when Herod heard that Jesus is born, he also wanted to go and worship him. And after now the wise men didn't use that road going back home. Herod felt bad and killed all the young children. Because of what? Because he thought this Jesus was going to take his position. So this is what Mura Senso is afraid of. You heard him talking about begin to, oh, this man, this banana man, now we are going to name him Banana Man. He's just, imagine someone giving people greens which can dry. What is greens? Someone giving people greens. Now is now building. He will start calling. He's calling people. You see, now he's building. Yeah, it's now starting to scam people, calling people. What you see? Eh? The reason why you see the whole video was dedicated for Gintu, because Gintu is giving Mura sleepless night, because Gintu's videos are of good cause. He was just self-centered. The only thing he wanted to be worshipped with nothing. The donation just go for him. Yes, Gintu is giving greens. At least people are eating that green. People whom you never visited. Gintu is saying these people who don't even have beds, people who don't even have girlfriend, people who don't even have mattresses, because he thinks when he has a girlfriend, that is an achievement. How many girlfriends have you had in your life? Have you ever achieved anything? Or maybe given a trophy? Oh, for many girlfriends. Yeah? You see this man, the way he thinks, having a girlfriend or having a boyfriend. Those are not things you can come and parade, oh, because you have a girlfriend. Yeah? How many people have had girlfriend? Even you, how many girlfriends have you had? If you have this one and you are still thinking of your childhood, Agweng. Agweng, do you know what Agweng means? Agweng. Agweng is that girl who maybe where you are, the village where you are born, those girls you see, even those boys, those are the ones people start with when you are starting your relationship. The first ones you see, eh? Those are called Agweng. So if Mura can still think of Agweng, eh? And now he's now bragging those people who don't have a girlfriend, because now he has an Argentina girlfriend, still thinking of the one who hurt him. Agweng, still thinking of that. So then if it is this, you have this one whom you brag with, and you can still remember the one which hurt you the most, the one you really love, then there's no point of even of having this girlfriend. Better those people who don't have girlfriend, because we see even the people who are close to him, their relationships are not going well. We see now, the other day, Naso's wife was crying here. The other day, Mayugno's wife. You see? So what is he telling people? So now I heard him talk about all that, and the whole video, the whole live stream was about Gintu. The whole live stream is all about Gintu, because Gintu gives him sleepless nights, because he thought he was going to be the king of Nyabohanse. He thought he's the only one. But now, when he see people now sending donation for maybe charity works for Gintu, this is why he came up with this thing of, oh, should we make an hospital or should we make a school? Because he was doing it like a joke, or maybe should it be a school of people maybe who are not okay, or an hospital for people who are not okay? No, because this is what maybe the thing they have been talking with Mr. Cecil. He wants something which also he can get something out of it. Because all these 10 years or 8 years, because if he's been coming here saying his YouTube channel is 8 years old. No, I saw when he was showing people the amount of views which he's been having. Uh, 1.0 what million. That channel is as at 2014. That is 10 years. So if he's in 10 years and now he's talking about people who just started yesterday, he should be ashamed of himself. If he's maybe feeling jealous because Gintu is doing a course which is helping the poor, And now he's calling him names, or someone who don't even, people who don't even have girlfriend, they don't even have beds. Who gives wealth? Is God. And when the beds which you have, and this man is coming and saying here, oh me, no one has ever donated. My house I built with my earned money. Okay, people have been donating $20, $50. Is that not donation? Is that not money? Eh? So I want us to check what Mura has been saying all this time. Again, this issue of Passy, because Passy said no. People should respect someone's feeling. If she has said no, those are her children. She has said no is no. Why is it that is a must that you have to talk about it? These people, let me, before I give the receipt, if someone has said no, these people, you would have waited for Passy after saying no to come to you again next time. Oh, I said no, but now I want you people to help me again. And that is now when you would have come here and start talking about Passy. Say, oh, we help you. You decided to maybe to say you don't want our help. Now you are coming back. That is now when you would have talked. But this lady has not come back to beg for your donation. She said no. Why can't you let it be? Why can't you let it be? Because according to the way Mr. Cecil is talking, the Trench Town boy, it's like it was a must that they had to maybe sponsor these kids. Mura the same. There are so many kids, even in Jamaica, even in America, all over the world. There are so many needy people. And in Nyabohanse, there is a charity maybe where they can take whatever they want. They don't want. They just want these Passy's children. Why? Passy has said no, and you are twisting Passy. She doesn't want, she doesn't want. So you let the Passy children alone, because you think only children who go to private schools are the children who can make it. You, Mura Senso, you've been coming and saying here, you never went to private school. You wish your father or your mother would have taken you to a private school, but you are still making it. So you never know. Future, somebody's future, or children's future, or human beings' future is only God who knows. So I want to start with the receipts, because after watching them talking, after watching Mura talk, I see someone who, you see Mura, you see jealous, a jealous man, very jealous of Gintu, very jealous of Gintu. And Mura is talking about the house of Passy, the house. Why do you do this? And Mura is trying to say, oh, me, I don't want this, maybe brands. There's a Before I give you receipts of these things we've been talking about, can you remember when Mura and Rosio Mam, they were leaving, they wanted to start this African tour? Remember when Mura was telling people, if you have a big hotel, please contact me so that we can do business with you. I say some days, and then you see, Mura said it. If you have a big hotel, these big hotel people, if you have a big hotel, contact me so that we can do business with you. This is someone who is saying he refused the brand. Refused the brand? Did you see where he said I refused? If not, when the one of the brands which contacted him, did you see where he said no? We never saw where he said no. So you can't trust what this man is saying. No one can say no. Excuse me, to brands. No one can say people go for this brand. People look for this brand. People try as much as possible to get a brand. And Mura is coming here to say, oh no, which brand can take someone who is maybe all the time talking about he doesn't want his villager, is calling them names. Now he's calling them as sick people. They need to be checked. They need an hospital there. You see the way now he's branding his village name or his villagers. This is whose brand can take this one. So I want us to check some of the receipts, because I don't say he's not doing his work, but if this is now how he want to turn his maybe travel vlogs, it is not suiting him, because he's become a reactor. He's become a reactor, and he should just be showing people good things. But if he's now out there trying to maybe to make himself look good, because he just wants himself to look good in front of all those people out there. But people have their minds. There are some who maybe will still kiss his boot like the way I'm seeing others doing, because they want to, not because they don't see what he's doing or his actions. They see everything. So I want us to check this receipt, then we move ahead.
Yesterday he did a live stream where he was talking about, I feel sad for the village, you know. Imagine, Trench Boy Town uh, is a man who supports the village so much, or has been supporting the village so much. A man of integrity. But just because some 2 or 3 people are very selfish in the village, they have confused even people who are benefiting. From, imagine your kids are being taken to school. Eh? Sometimes my village, I don't know if I should open a school or I should open a hospital. Because maybe a school will educate my people. A hospital maybe will take sick people there. No, I'm confused. Let me toss a coin. I need a coin to toss to see what should I build first. Or guys, which one comes first, a school or a hospital? Me, I've never seen. Me, I have never seen this. Imagine somebody travels from America to come and support your kids. And you meet village boys who don't know where even life is. And they confuse you. You lose everything.
So that is Mura's sense. So talking about Passy, because number one, you should know Passy is not a child. This is someone who has 4 kids, or 4 children, and no one can confuse Passy, and no one can convince Passy. As you know, women, the way women love their children, and they can do anything for their children, but there are things you cannot do. Yes, you love your children, but it reaches a point whereby there are things you have to say no. As I told you when the beginning, when Mura was saying how Mayugno chose to be with him because he never wanted conditions, because some of the moderators gave him conditions, and Mura was happy with that because he also said he doesn't want conditions. If you are helping someone, help them, but don't put conditions. So if Mura is talking about Passy now, Passy knows exactly what she wants in life. You cannot tell me these people or Gintu went and maybe convince her otherwise. There's no one who can convince someone. Maybe if you're feeling good, assume now, I'll maybe give you an example. Maybe if you are married with someone who is providing for you, this is someone who loves you and gives you everything and loves you. You know this one loves you, and no one can convince you to get away unless maybe a woman can only maybe leave a man maybe if she's so tired. But when she's maybe chased away before getting tired, she will always come back. I want you to tell me if I'm lying there. Uh, now, no woman want to leave their houses. Uh, but when they feel like now it is enough, even if you tell them what, they cannot come back. So that is just an example I was giving. Now it's just like Passy. Passy is a widow, and a widow who needs help. And this man, if he was helping Passy in a good way or without condition, no, Passy would not have even maybe listened to anybody. So this was her decision, not anybody's decision. She knows what made her not to accept this maybe support anymore. She has the reasons. She has her reasons. And I think if someone has made a decision, why don't you just let her? Why do you make this thing maybe to be an issue? Uh, these are her children, and she decided they are going to be in the public school. So be it. Uh, God knows, because she has her reasons. Mm. And these were the things maybe Mura would have come out here and address, because he also knows the reasons why Passy has said no to this. So now dragging Gintu in everything, because Gintu has to make videos. Okay, Passy is also a YouTuber, so these are both YouTubers. And I don't say you can't say that Gintu is the one who has put all those things in Passy's mind. No, 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 no. Even before maybe Gintu started maybe making videos with Passy, Passy had already made her mind. Yeah, because these videos we've seen after Passy had already made her mind. Let's continue.
Question you What should I build? Tell me, guys, at this point. At this point, eh, a school or a hospital? I see Winnie Ball says, I will donate. Oh, foreign donated again. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Sorry. Sometimes, Sherry, come clean. Let the hater cry. Thank you, foreign. Thank you. Thank you so much, foreign. Guys, hospital, maybe I'll change the title of this video. Should I build a school in the village or a hospital? And it's not just normal hospital. You already know which type of hospital I'll build. Imagine. And me, I sometimes say, okay, fine. Let me read Morgan before I continue this.
So you see, this man want to build an hospital because not just a normal hospital, because he thinks his villagers needs help because they're not okay in their heads. And you expect people to be happy with him because when he comes on his live stream, these are the things he talk about. He has no respect for his villagers just because he's a YouTuber, just because now he's in Argentina, just because he's made it in life. How many people we've seen in life? There are things you should not even sit there and cheer him up. He has to respect his villagers. Okay, you have an issue with maybe Passy because Passy gave you a land and you wanted almost every land of Passy. Passy have said no to your friend. Have you asked Passy? Did you ask your friend? Why are you not addressing the issues which Passy maybe is made Passy say no? Because the only thing I hear here is about children. Why are you bringing children here? Because if she said no to the children, why must you come live and talk about the children of Passy? While you say you don't want your children people to talk about. Or is it because you can afford your school fees? Who knows? So leave Passy's children alone. She doesn't want them to be sponsored. She said no. She doesn't want conditions. So let's continue hearing what he's saying, because whenever he goes on his live, he only talk about his villagers, his neighbors there, his village mates. He has nothing to say. And people cheer him up. And these are people who don't live in Nyabohanse. These are not people who does not live in Nyabohanse. Let's keep on hearing. Oh, there he talked about the maybe. We are going to talk about that.
Explorer, do you prefer Marwa to open a school first or a hospital? Because at this point, I can't understand. Let's say you and the sponsor really had issues, okay? Let's just say you had issues. But there is always a way you can talk things out. There is always a way. Don't throw your kids under the bus for village boys who they want to use you for content because they have no content to run around with. Imagine. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the kids. And sometimes I feel like maybe these kids will grow up and see this story and maybe cry. I don't know. Bro, you know how expensive is it? Even me, myself, I didn't go to private school. My mom took me to public school. But I wish I went to private, because private you eat good, you enjoy, you study nice, you're always wearing nice clothes. Public school, nobody cares if you have shoes or not. Maybe nowadays, yes, because maybe things have advanced. But during my time, imagine. Ami Adongo says build school.
There's one thing which Mura Senso does not understand at all, because he's sitting there laughing at it, seeing like maybe Passy has thrown her children under the bus, and maybe one day the children will come and cry. If there are reasons, the children will not come here and cry. Passy knows exactly what she's doing. Okay, maybe she might not know it now, but what she saw or what she went through was enough for her to say no. Passy is not you. Passy is not me. Passy is not Mr. Cecil. Passy is not any other person. She is Passy. And she goes as per what she wants. Those are her children, whom she can protect with her life. That is what she's doing now. And one thing which Mura Senso and Co should understand, when God brought us here on this earth, if you see something which is not working for you, that thing was not meant to be. Yes, Passy thanked Mr. Cecil that time. Whatever he did to them that 1 year, she thanked him, but he said no, enough, not anymore. So my question is, why is it that it is important to you? The other person is talking about the children on that end. You are talking about the children on this end. What is it that you must sponsor Passy's children? Are there no other children in the village, or you just want to show people that you care? She doesn't want. Why can't you just people move on? Huh? Why do you make it a topic? Huh? This lady has come here clear. And Mr. Cecil is saying, oh, about the pictures he's going to address next time. Okay. We will hear it, because just we are here. But this issue of censor, trying to make himself look good, as if maybe all these problems started with him. You remember when Passy was sick, there was a time Passy was sick, and Mura Censor went around, and he was going to Jamaican uncle's land, and he pointed. They were passing. I don't know whether he was with Gizri or somebody, but he pointed that house. You see that house there? That is Passy's house. But Passy lied to the sponsor that she was sick, but I saw her going around. That is not good. Passy lied, and Passy was sick. So you want to tell me if you are sick, you cannot move around? So it started from there, because Senso Mura talked to Mr. Cecil. So Passy also, there was a time that there's a video which she made and said, when they are sending her money, the Congress mom is the one who gives her money, but it is not. You see, money has to go to Congress mom and then come to her. You want to help somebody, you have to trust them, or you just give them. But if you want to control even the money you send to them, you want to see the receipt, you want to do what? Sometimes it becomes, you better be or live the life you've been living all along. So let's continue hearing Senso Mura.
Because me, all I'm trying to do, guys, and I have to remind people, like, me, I'm doing already good, I'm good. I'm in a very good position right now in my life, because I'm blessed, and I appreciate that. So when I see somebody is trying to fight me, especially when it's a fight that it has nothing to do with me, like somebody says I received money for the village. I've never received any money. If I have received any money, show me money that you said, give this money to this person, and then show me that. So Frenchtown boy, I'll get into contact to you. Maybe we should build a mental hospital, or maybe a school, one of those, to help that village. Because
Marwa should have an advisor, because Marwa Senso is losing it. Okay, this same God who gave you what you have today is the same God who can make you not have anything, because the way you are talking now, look at the way you disrespect your villagers, because people are cheering you up. These people who are cheering you up, they are not doing the same to their villagers. They are very respectful where they are, but they are letting you fall away with the people where you stay. And you think you've made it now, you can talk the way you want because you have followers. Sometimes when you are sleeping, sometimes when you are sitting, you have to sit and think, how do I talk? Why am I proud? Because you are so proud, and this pride is making you look like something who doesn't have. You need hospital more than the people you are talking about. I see someone who needs checkup. You can't just be sitting there all your life, every now and then just maybe trying to talk about your villagers and then laughing at them. laughing at them. The other time you are laughing at them. Look where you ended up, because we didn't know where you are heading to. You've been calling villagers all living in mud house, and when you landed in Argentina, karma, karma caught up with you in Argentina. Eh? You started living in a mud house yourself because eh? karma caught up with you, because you like maybe bragging, you are proud, that pride is in you, and look where you ended up being in. So that is what is called karma. So this issue of maybe being proud, people are cheering you up for nonsense, things which are coming from your mouth, you need checkup. If education, you need that school, because you can say you've gone to maybe 100 countries, or maybe, but they have not done anything to you at all. Your behavior, the way you reason like a little boy, because you talk about Gintu all the time. I know myself here. I look at you, I look at the way you reason, I just see someone who is very jealous. You see Gintu as a threat, someone who is going to do big things, because you see, now you are asking Mr. Cecil to help you. Why can't you start? Don't you have money? You said you are good. You made it. Start. Eh? You could not do it. Now you see Gintu doing it. Now it's making you sleepless nights. If you didn't bother, if you are not watching these people you are talking about, if you are not watching, the other person also, Mr. Cecil, is also saying those people who are watching people are dumb. Where did he get all these things if he's not watching? You watch us. You watch everybody. You watch the banana plantation. You watch. And that is where you get your content also. You say, oh, they don't have content. Which content do you have? You sit there talk about Gintu the whole day. You sit there talk about reactors the whole day. Which one? Which different do you have from others? You think because you sit there you are different? If you face the screen, you just talk about Gintu. So which content do you think you have which is different? Better Gintu. He goes to the garden and pluck the greens and take to people. You say, what is greens? Greens? You whom have you given green? People are saying thank you. Thank you is enough. And people are happy. And these are things which are not making you happy. You feel bad. You feel jealous. That's why you talk about Gintu all the time. If you are not feeling bad, you're not even thinking about Gintu, but because they make you feel like you want to run, that is why you want to be that hospital for yourself. See how you look on the maybe you look at that the screen or the GoPro. You feel so irritated, you feel so angry, you feel so bitter, because of Gintu. Gintu keep on going. So Mura can be agitated all the time because I see someone who doesn't want progress. Now she is building. Now Gintu is building. So don't want people to build. You want them to be the mad houses forever? You are not God, man. You are not God. If you thought everybody would be following you, people are now going out. Even you are moderators who have been coming out here to bash people. Now they are leaving you. Yeah, they are leaving you. You are moderators. You appointed others. Yeah, because people can get tired of your utterances. You have no respect for your villagers. So let's have a look.
That's it. They will understand. A road is for everybody. A road is not for me. It's not for you. And anywhere in the world, there are roads. And those roads are not flying in the air. Road is for everybody. So when we bring these things in the village, some people, that's what I'm saying, maybe mental hospital or school.
So roads are for everybody. So if they are for everybody, you can just go and make it, that road, in somebody else's land, because it is for everybody. Come on, talk sense. If you want a road to be going in your home, that is not a government road you are talking about. If the road is not a government road, then you will have to buy that land to make the road pass to where you are heading to. So you want this road to just be passing because the road is for everybody. These people are lying to you. These people, even the people who are supporting you, these people who are cheering for you, Ask them if they have maybe made roads pass to other people's land to go to their homes, if it can work. It cannot work. You cannot just make a road to someone else's land so that they should not talk because the road is for everybody. You have to buy that land. Don't be somebody who is just talking for the sake of talking. Land has to be bought. If you want a road to be there, you have to buy the land. Even maybe the government, when the government are making roads, maybe the roads which are not government roads, they compensate people. There is a compensation. So what are you talking about? So you can just come and just make a road to somebody's land because everybody is using that road. You need that hospital. I see someone who needs that hospital. That hospital you are talking about, it is you who need it more than anybody in Nyabohanse.
Winnie Ball, I want to hear school or hospital at this point. So Trench Boy Town, for people who are joining here and they have no idea what I'm talking about, Trench Boy Town is a very good-spirited gentleman who met me the way you're watching this video. And one day I heard a story of a family that didn't have, they were a widow, and it's a sad story. It's really hard. Actually, in that video, I broke down, and a lot of you guys came through for the family.
Marwa, when you are talking, just say the truth, because you cannot tell me you heard about a widow. The husband of Passy was your best friend. So now you just heard about the widow. And then you watch that video and you shed tears. This is your neighbor. The husband was your friend. Passy gave you the land. You cannot tell people here. Why don't just be truthful for once? This thing is something which you knew, and if you wanted to help, say these are people I wanted to help, but not just I heard the story. This is not a story you heard. This is something you knew exactly, because this is your childhood friend, and Passy gave you the land. So you can't come here and say, oh, I just heard a story about them. Then I felt bad. I almost cried. This cry. Your family. I'm about to cry. I cried. When someone is crying, you don't say, I cried. Let people say, why are you crying? Because tears will roll. But you, I almost cried. Okay, let's continue hearing Mura.
Then all of a sudden, and things were doing very well. Even the lady, one person was building for her, things like that. Imagine now the construction has stopped. Can you imagine the construction has stopped in that home? One of you guys watched the family and they decided to build the family a home, a big house. Then there was a little misunderstanding here and there, And anywhere, even me in my own family, I have a misunderstanding. I think misunderstanding is part of life. But you see, misunderstanding does not mean to hell with you. Misunderstanding means, yes, I disagree with what you're saying, but we can always find a way to, So some village boys who have no content, they are running left, right, center, met a lady who she's actually a widow, and mixed her up with some people from abroad. Okay, they mixed her up. Imagine her mind, and then she started abusing them. I don't know why somebody is restricting moderators. I don't know who is restricting.
I wish you are doing whatever you are saying, because you are saying if there was a misunderstanding, maybe misunderstanding should not let you maybe just get maybe throw whatever which was being done to maybe Passy or any other person. And what do you normally do yourself before we go to Passy? How many misunderstandings you've had with your people? Do you go back to them and maybe talk about the issues? Look at the way you are talking about Gintu every now and then. Was that not a misunderstanding? So don't see misunderstanding on other people. you take it lightly and you leave yours, which you cannot solve. Even yours with Mugisu, Gintu, and Mogesi is a misunderstanding. So if there is a misunderstanding and you think other people can solve the misunderstanding which they have with other people nicely, then you also should maybe sort this issue which you have between Gintu and Mogesi so that you can be good. Huh? But don't force people on these issues of misunderstanding. If there is a misunderstanding and the lady have stood her ground, I don't want this. There's no need of bringing it here. Talk about it. Talk about the kid. Make it a content because you don't have a content. You dwell on Passy. So that is Mura Senso because he just want to look good. When people do things, he just want to stoop his nose there and look good. He want to make live stream for other people, on other people's names, so that people can see Mura Senso is a good man. Let Passy be. Let Passy be. Look for other children whom you can maybe sponsor with Mr. Cecil. Mr. Cecil can go to Jamaica and do the sponsorship there. There's no problem because that place also we have people who are needy children, not only in Nyabohanse. So leave Passy alone. She knows what she's talking about. And let's continue, and then we move to Mr. Cecil.
This same guy went to visit a girl. I am sponsoring personally. I am sponsoring a girl personally, not from a donor. Personally, I am, because me, I believe in supporting people. That this guy went to look for the banana guy. I think he's watching for sure. Actually, we should name him Banana Guy. So this guy, imagine, he went to give a lady that I'm taking to school, a small girl, vegetable. Who gives you vegetable of all things? Vegetable. Vegetable that if you leave them in the sun, after 2 hours, they have dried up. Who gives? And then he has gone and spinned even a lady, a widow. Don't resurrect him. Yes.
So I don't know whether Mura Senso goes back to his live stream and checks or watches back what he talked about, because now look at him laughing there, talking about who gives vegetables. So you think vegetables is not enough? People give what they can afford. People give what they have so that it can help that person for that day. You give a lot because you have a lot. People give you don't give. So let Gintu give what he can give. Because this Gintu is making this man, you see his expression. He cannot do. He cannot. Because he says he doesn't watch them, but he watches every move. And here he comes and tells his subscriber, don't watch them. Don't watch them. Where did you see these vegetables being given if you are not watching? You are watching everything. So Gintu is the man. Gintu, I wish you all the best. Keep on, because this man is so jealous, because he feels you are going to take everybody. Everybody will see you as now the savior of Nyabohanse, and him, he will be left alone there. And he wants to be worshipped. This is someone who wants all the praise to go to him. That's why, and now he wants to tarnish Gintu's name, call him names. Talk about Gintu is the one who made Passy to make such kind of decision. No. Passy is just a big lady and a woman with 4 kids. No one can come from outside to convince her otherwise. If she didn't want, she could not have even maybe done that. So you cannot tell me Gintu can just go to Passy and tell Passy, stop, don't accept this maybe support from Mr. Cecil. No. Before you talk, you have to also to think, why would he do that? What was he going to gain out of it? Telling Passy not to accept Mr. Cecil. What was Gintu going to maybe benefit from that? So these are all your lies, because your people always accept, yes, whatever you tell them. But they don't know you are fearing Gintu. You fear him so much, such that when you hear Gintu maybe talk, you feel like your end is coming. And I think even some of your moderators have seen you now. We cannot moderate for this person who is one day, he always talk about this person. That's why they were going to Yomayugno. And I heard you talking about Mama Grace. Huh? Mama Grace was there. If it's Mama Grace, he was there. And she doesn't like what you're doing at all. At all. At all. At all. So let's move on and hear, because Mura is a coward and very afraid. He hears the name of Gintu, he chills. That is why he's telling people, don't watch him. Because this is someone who's growing, and now he's calling him a scammer. You can call other people scammer, and you, just because people are donating for him. How many donations do you get? And when people call you scammer, you say no. So you know what scammer means. Okay, let's have a look at this answer.
Taking your flight from New York, actually not New York, from Orlando, fly to New York, catch a 13-hour flight, land in Africa, take a taxi to the village, reach there, go see your kids that you are sponsoring. They are doing well. Bring a huge package that shipping itself took over $1,000. So technically, you are spending minimum $5,000 to $8,000, okay?
Yeah, all that he did. But Passy had said no. Don't bring everything to Passy. Now you are talking about the big package. Where is that big package? It is at your mother's place. So don't talk about that package when you are talking about Passy. He didn't go to Passy's house. Yeah, you don't want the people to have anything to do with. Even Mr. Cecil, you decided you are going to do whatever you want with it. So why are you bringing that big package? Those packages which are kept at your parents' home, which your parents or you never wanted the villagers to get anything. Why are you mixing it with Passy's issue? Why are you mixing it with Passy's issue? Whether he came to Africa, whether he did what, Passy doesn't want. The fact remains, she doesn't want with her children. Leave her alone. Must you sit there talk about Passy's children? Because what you are trying to show people is that Passy is going to regret, because her children are not sponsored. Her children are not being taken care of, Mr. Cecil. Mr. Cecil is not God. He's not the only person on this earth to take care of those children. He found them there in Nyabohanse. Those children are going to live with or without your support. Leave them alone. Remove them from your lips when you are talking. Leave them alone. The mother said, no. Why can't you just listen to Passy? Leave her alone with her children, with her land. Let her cultivate. Let their children will eat that cultivation. How many people will visit from the village and they make it? Must they be sponsored? Okay, she got that sponsor, but enough of it. She doesn't want.
$5,000 to $8,000. Then you come to a village, you even make a road. Then just some 2 boys and 3 boys that they don't even have a mattress in their home or something. They bring chaos until you say, I can't even sponsor the small babies. I feel sad for the kids, bro. And their father was my very good friend. Very good. That's why I decided to support.
I have one problem which I have. I don't like people who mix issues. Because now you are talking about how Mr. Cecil came in Nyabohanse. Then you bring these people who don't even have mattresses. Is that how people talk? Is that how people are supposed to talk, really? Even the people who are listening to you. Because you bring this, which means you are making no sense at all. Okay, have you ever been into their houses? If they don't have mattresses, then buy for them. Because that is now bragging. That is now trying to belittle people. You are looking down upon these your villagers. That is not right, and you expect them to just stay quiet. They will come for you. That is the reason why. Because you talk nonsense about them, and then you expect them just to be quiet because now Mura Senso has talked. How do you know they don't have mattresses? Because they was working for you. Because they were working for you. So now when they were sleeping there, now you think where they are coming from. They never had mattresses. You cannot have today, but tomorrow you have. Does not mean if you don't have. Maybe the days you used to see them, they never had. But now things have changed. They have mattresses now. That is why they are threats to you. They are giving you sleepless night because you can see the things which they are doing to the village, and that makes you not feel good.
Let's say you had issues with a sponsor, but there are always ways to solve. There are always ways to solve. You can always say, hey, look, Mr. Cecil, you said this and this. For me, I don't agree. I disagree to agree, or I agree to disagree. And life goes on. Even me with my own mother. All right, Sky, thank you. I listened to you, says Marwa, don't resurrect those guys.
It's like Marwa wanted to get something out of these children. That is why he's so into this thing. Someone have said no. I'm repeating this. And these are her children. Must you sponsor them by force? With conditions? She doesn't want. She doesn't want. So let her be. Let her be. And I want to show you where now Marwa is saying now, these YouTubers in Nyabohanse. You see now how Marwa, with him, he doesn't want a condition, but the way he's putting condition to the people who are next to him, because this is someone who thinks he's reached a point whereby there's no day he can be maybe go down. This is why he's saying now, this Gintu, these people are in the people who associate with him. He doesn't even want them to even to be talking to those people, even to greet them. eh? Is that how people behave out here? That is now worshiping you. You want to be God. Even God does not have such kind of maybe restriction. Why do you restrict? God gave us the free choice. You go to Him at will. So now you want to be someone who is forcing. And you don't want people to talk with Gintu or even shake because he's a threat to you. This man is giving you sleepless night. If he was that small, the way you belittle him, you'd not be bothered. But you see someone who is coming up with a lot of energy and strength, and he's giving goodies out there, and people believe in him. People are believing in him than you. That is why now you are giving this condition, because if you don't, everybody will be swept now. The river will go, that Gitu river will take everyone, and you'll be left alone. That's why now you are giving restriction. Let's hear that, because today is the today.
Is destroying the image of Nyab. I like that you guys can see, that who is destroying. So, and me, I have promised, if I see any of the YouTubers I work with dealing with that guy, even saying hello, they will never step in my home. They will never step in my home. Somebody may say, what does he think his home is? Yes, here are the advantages of my home. Me, I give people free shout out. You see, I was showing you in this video that an airline wanted to work with me and I said no. Airline, they wanted to pay me a lot of money to just mention. And I said no. So number one is, me, I give people free shout out without condition. Number two is sometimes I let people sleep in my home with zero condition, like you will leave next week or you leave tomorrow evening. No. Number three, I cook for my guests. They eat, they enjoy. Finding Ian is one of my guests, you can say. Like, for example, Finding Ian is a good friend of mine, and this is a joke. All he does is clean the glasses here and there. Months go and months go, and I have no problem, because me, I believe in abundance. When you are blessed, you don't measure your blessing like you stay 1 day, you stay 2 days. If he's a genuine friend, he can stay as much as, and that is me. That is true. And sometimes this gives me problem even with my own family, because they don't like when I'm bringing people and later these people turn out to be so bad. In my home, there is free Wi-Fi. You can enjoy. You can sit. And next year, God help me, I build a swimming pool. You can swim even from your bag.
The only thing I can say after hearing what you've just said, uh, people should not even greet Gintu. If they greet them, you will disassociate yourself with them, and they cannot even come to your home. They cannot even come and sleep there. They will not swim. They will not get free Wi-Fi. You are fooling yourself. Go get that hospital. You need that hospital more than these people. Who wants to sleep in your home? These people, when they were sleeping in your home, they were staying there because you had employed them and you were overworking them. You are not paying them. The people whom you are mentioning, like here, and those are people who are licking your boots. These people who want shout out. Who wants? Huh? Who wants? You will go to Nyabohanse, you will not even hear somebody want even to associate themselves with you. You are alone. You will be alone. And then you are saying you don't want, maybe you cook for them. What do you cook? When people work, this is someone who said when he does things he doesn't want, he doesn't do for the world to know. Someone who is even counting how he give people food. Talk about the people. People go to, he give shout out for free. Which free? People have been giving you gifts all through. Huh? Whom did you shout out for free? Just say I did this for so and so and so for free. We've been seeing you. People have been going there with going to Nyabohanse with gifts, all over everything. The kitchen. Do you buy food yourself? There was a time which I made a video and asking. I've never seen Roshio mom going to the supermarket even to pick some of the things. People bring everything to you for shout out. Whom do you shout out for free? Huh? Just because maybe you want now to threaten people. If you talk to Gintu, you do not come to my home. So you are selling your subscribers. Shout out is you. So it is your company. Shout out is your company, which you give people for free. Behave yourself. These are people. And maybe after shout out and then they don't go and subscribe, what will you do? Because it's not a guarantee. You shout out and those people will just get monetized. It is not a guarantee. Because you are not the one who's going to watch these videos. Shout out, yes. Who is going to subscribe? And one day you'll be shocked. You'll be doing this, your shout out, and nobody is going to subscribe or maybe watch this video. So this bragging, this show of viewers, you think you made it, and now you are belittling others. Gintu is going to do well. Gintu is not even bothered with all this nonsense you are talking about. You are calling him banana boy. So what? He has very nice garden of bananas. You see them, you admire. Eh? Eh, Call him that because he has a good banana farm, and I love it. People love the things which Gintu is doing. You're not going to remove. You just sit there on live stream and just be brushing them. Brush them, and work is going on the ground. Work is on. Eh? Work in progress. So you just sit there, talk about what, watch them from far. But when you come back home in Nyabohanse, you'll find the river is swept. No one will be left there for you. All those people you are talking about, they are going to greet Gintu. They are going to talk to Gintu, and whether you like it or not, because you don't own anyone. So you're the only one you can control is that your wife and your child, but not any other person. So I want us to check because he talked about so many things which does not make sense because he's jumping from this to that, jumping to talk about Passy, talk about Gintu, talk about the children, talk about Mr. Cecil. You don't know which is which. Talk about the finding here and who was wiping the windows. You call your friend like that, and then you say the way he was wiping windows. You don't have shame because you don't have respect for people. You don't. You just talk. You talk too much. Too much. You talk too much. You don't have limit. You don't have filter. That is what I'm saying. So I want us to check what Mr. Cecil is trying to talk because he also came as a react, a big one. Very agitated because of the children of Passy. I don't think there was need. There's no need of coming and starting to clarify. Now you want to bring that other person, the other lady who sponsored the other Passy's child, because you want to shame Passy. This is according to you want to shame Passy. And these two people, they want to make Passy, Murai on this side, Mr. Cecil on this side, because the thing they want to do is to stop people from sponsoring Passy's children. And you are going to do this, but people are going to sponsor. You might think you are going to spoil, but you're doing nothing at all. Why do you want to do this to Passy? What is it that you wanted from Passy that much that you have to destroy her by bringing this lady now? Do you sponsors? If you want to sponsor somebody, sponsor, but don't come out here with the condition. And then when someone said no, now you want to shame them. You want to shame them. You want people now to see what they have been doing. It will not make her change her mind. Already she has said no. What is hard there? And I think this thing you've gone in maybe reaction. It is not good for your health. Why do it? Huh? It is not. You see now you are straining yourself. You are straining yourself. It's not good for your health because you'd be getting annoyed all the time, but it will not do you any good. Huh? I don't see any good because now I see someone also who have a very bad attitude. You have a very bad attitude because it's like you are not respectful as I thought. The words which are coming from Mr. Cecil's mouth, you can't imagine because he has that, how the Kiswahili says kiburi. He has that attitude of showing people who he is, what he has been, what he can do, you see, all that. Passy has said no. Bring whatever you are bringing, but it is no. Huh? So I just wanted to see one part and then we move ahead because in 2 weeks' time, the lady is going to be brought here and she's going to say the reason why she stopped sponsoring Passy's children. And it's like these Passy's children were the only children who were needy in Nyabohanse, whom you have. If you don't sponsor, you have to bring people who are sponsoring them to bring them here so that people can know the character of Passy. Okay, Passy also is here. She might be quiet like that, but when you bring it on, she will bring what she has not said here. And it might hurt your relationship because you think maybe you know how to talk more than Passy, but it might hurt your relationship. So be careful before you start maybe bringing people who might try to destroy Passy. You don't know. We don't know what Passy has because she has not come out here to open up fully. So when you bring maybe things which might hurt her feelings, she might come here and destroy you, Mr. Cecil. So be very careful because Passy has nothing to lose. Already she has said she doesn't want the sponsorship. Passy has no husband. You have a wife. So be careful before Passy opens up.
After we went over the grades and everything, I asked him, the teacher, the principal, I said, so Kevin, what are they have classes for them? And I said, that would be good. And they all went in and he was explaining how the classes work and stuff, but we didn't get into the figure yet. But I remember it could have been in July or August. Passy had called me and she had said to me with a conversation, and she had said to me that she don't know if Emmanuel is still going to go to school because she's not hearing from Emmanuel's sponsor. So I said, what? And I came and I told my wife, and when she came home, my wife said, well, Daddy, that sounds like you. And deep down in my heart, I would have never let that young man not go back to school. I would have done everything. I would have danced on my toes. I would have done backflips. I would have begged.
So after this conversation, you heard him saying he would have begged, even he would have done ABC for Emmanuel to go to school. Emmanuel is one of the Passy's children. So did he pay for Emmanuel? Because according to Passy, not all the children were sponsored by him, because this is something which is saying he would not have left. He would not have left. He would not have left Emmanuel not to go to school. So did he pay for his school fees? And this person is saying now the person who was sponsoring Emmanuel, they have talked to that person because, as I was saying, this lady will be with him on his live stream so that they can talk about the issues which made her to stop maybe sponsoring Emmanuel, because according to them, they want to expose Passy. Reason known to them, just because Passy has said she doesn't want. So I want us to check that part because Mr. Cecil talked about so many things, and because he was reacting, he was very angry, and I cannot mix all this in this video. Maybe we can do that video sometime because the video is very long. So I just want us to talk about this issue where now uh, he's talking about this lady coming and joining him in 2 weeks' time on his live stream so that they can expose Passy.
Canada. You still hearing me in Canada loud and clear. All right. So if you can hear me in Canada loud and clear, I know that these knuckleheads here can hear me loud and clear. So thank you. Yeah. But you know, let's deviate and go a little from the summary and let's go to another little part, another little topic. Assuming now, I'm gonna say assuming. Let's make believe that everything that Passy said to the T was 100%. She was never assaulted. She was never intimidated. She was never in great danger. Based on only what she said, not what you imagine, just what she said. Would you, as a mother, subject yourself to put yourself in your children in a position where they would stop getting the help that they're getting, or you would wait until a certain time where you can have evidence and expose the person, or if the person physically harm you, at that point you could cut your ties? Why would you just want to taunter somebody's character with no evidence and expect that somebody else is going to pick you up and sponsor you and your children, and not believe that one day what you did to him, you may also do to me? Just think about that. Let that turn in your mind for a minute. Remember, I just said just assume that. What could you bring to me to get me do that? If I was in her position and I was a woman, do you think I would just abandon this luxury that my kids are having? Do you know what it costs to send 3? Do you know? She said, a matter of fact, she said to me the first day of school, first week of school, that when she went back to the public school that she was going to, because she had to pick up something from the public.
All what I've heard or what I've seen in these people who are sponsoring people, because they don't understand the situation, because luxury, not everybody want luxury, because if it is a luxury with condition, this is what she has stopped. And because with or without luxury, people will always live. Even these children, they will go to school. God has them in mind. They will go to school. When he brought them on this earth, he knew what he was doing. So people who are coming and maybe saying, oh, Passy, as maybe if Mr. Cecil is saying if he was a woman, maybe he would not have done that. But he's not a woman. He doesn't know. And Passy have to protect her children. And he cannot want luxury if that luxury is bringing pain to her. What is the point of having a luxury life, or children having luxury maybe life, and her, she's suffering? So she decided, no, no, whatever you say, it is a no to Passy. And I think people should just leave Passy alone. These people who are also now want to come now to maybe start, maybe give people content here, because we are going to have a lot of contents in 2 weeks' time, because it will be back to back. Throwing from this again from Nyabohanse, throwing from this again from Nyabohanse, because it is going to be a back-to-back videos. So I wanted to see now what he's trying to say, because he said this lady approached him and they talked, and he doesn't want to maybe say what they talked about. He's waiting for this lady so that they can talk on live on his live that day after in 2 weeks time after now.
Anyway, um, don't forget, I'll have the lady, Miss Julie. It's her name. Everybody knows her name now. I never knew it was a man or a woman. And it will be 2 Sundays from today. I'll be doing a live with her, and she'll be in coming to you from London, England. I'll be on Rupert. I am Rupert tonight at 7 o'clock, 7:40 or 7:30, something like that. Rupert, you can refresh my memory on the time there so that I can tell them either when it comes up. I hope I'll see it. It's moving so fast, it's unbelievable. And hi, Julie. Thank you for the hearts. Janet Harris, boy, you're a trooper.
So we are waiting from now. In 2 weeks time, we are going to hear what is happening, because the lady contacted Mr. Cecil because they want to come out here and maybe try to talk about Passy. Because this is the lady who was sponsoring the one of Passy's son, the one who had maybe Passy talked about. So we will hear what they will say. And Passy will also have her version of maybe what she knows and what took place. So we are here to wait because videos are going to be back to back. So that's all I have for you for today. But these people are thinking if they don't sponsor Passy's children, the children are going to suffer. You don't need to have luxury for you to live. Even these people who are talking, like him, he was saying he was never brought up in a rich family. And there he is today. He's having his things he's doing on his own. And people out here, you don't need to be in a luxurious life so for you to make it in life. God knows our lives, and you should let people pass his children alone. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in my next video. Subscribe to the channel, share, and give me as many likes as possible. Thank you, and bye-bye. God bless you.